Person Beard. Who was Elijah? Elijah was a prophet of God in Israel during the reign of King Ahab, 9th century BC, a time when many Israelites had turned away from God to worship Baal, a Canaanite deity. Elijah's name means, "My God is Yahweh," which reflects his mission, to call Israel back to the true God. The confrontation with Ahab and the drought. Elijah bursts onto the scene in 1 Kings chapter 17, declaring to King Ahab. This was a direct challenge to Baal, the supposed god of fertility and rain. To survive the drought, God sends Elijah to hide by the brook Kerith, where ravens bring him food. Later, he stays with a widow in Zarephath, and miraculously keeps her food supply from running out. When her son dies, Elijah raises him back to life, showing God's power over death. Cloud with lightning. Mount Carmel showdown. In 1 Kings chapter 18, Elijah calls for a dramatic showdown on Mount Carmel between God and the prophets of Baal. He challenges them to call down fire on a sacrifice. Despite their frantic efforts, nothing happens. Then Elijah prays, and God sends fire from heaven, consuming the sacrifice, the altar, and even the water around it. The people fall on their faces, crying, "The Lord, He is God." Elijah then orders the execution of the 450 prophets of Baal and announces the end of the drought. Pensive face. Elijah's depression and God's whisper. After Queen Jezebel threatens his life, Elijah flees into the wilderness, feeling discouraged and alone. He prays to die, saying, God gently cares for Elijah, providing food and rest. Then, on Mount Horeb, God reveals himself, not in wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a gentle whisper. This moment shows God's compassion and presence, even in Elijah's lowest moment. Repeat button. Passing the mantle. God tells Elijah to anoint Elisha as prophet in his place. Elisha becomes Elijah's disciple, following him closely. Elijah continues to perform miracles, including calling fire from heaven again and parting the Jordan River with his cloak. Elijah's fiery departure. In 2 Kings chapter 2, Elijah is taken up to heaven in a chariot of fire, a spectacular and mysterious ending. He never dies, one of only 2 people in the Bible said to be taken to heaven alive, the other is Enoch. Dove legacy of Elijah. Elijah's return was prophesied before the coming of the Messiah, Malachi chapter 4 verse 5. In the New Testament, he appears alongside Moses at the transfiguration of Jesus, Matthew chapter 17. Many thought John the Baptist came in the spirit and power of Elijah, Luke chapter 1 verse 17.